What is up, investors? Welcome back to another episode of Everything Crypto, where we talk about everything related to the crypto markets, including the latest and most important news, deep dives on projects we see as having huge potential in the future, as well as technical analysis on all coins featured on the channel. Now, as always, please remember that nothing on this channel is financial advice, but rather my own thoughts, opinions, and research that I have compiled and broken down into a more digestible format for you, the viewer. So all you got to do is sit back, relax, grab that Monday morning cup of joe, and enjoy the content. And on that note, if you guys do enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by hitting that sub and like button, by showing some love to the Twitter page and to the Telegram channel. Both links are in the description down below. And for those of you that have been with the channel for a while, you know that the number one principle is to be completely transparent with absolutely no paywalls associated, and that is what we use the Twitter and the Telegram channel for, to keep you guys up to date on all the moves we are making, as well as filling you guys in on our honest opinions on some controversial topics in the market. Now, speaking of honest opinions, this past week, you guys know that CRO was one of my favorite projects on this channel, but this week has just been absolutely horrendous for CRO, okay? The CRONOS network has been down for 2 days. I don't even know if it'll be up again by the time this video is out on Monday afternoon. They announced some changes to the crypto earn platform over the weekend, and we did make a video breaking that all down. And the number one thing that we said in the conclusion of that video was, although the changes sucked, that we actually thought it could still be very bullish for CRO, as it made the Visa rewards look way more attractive. And lo and behold, the very next day, they actually announced a whole slew of updates to the Visa cards. And although CRO is one of my favorite projects on this channel, we are not going to shy away from the fact that these changes are horrific, okay? These were terrible changes that were made to the Visa program. So what I'm going to do, first of all, is just let you guys know exactly what you need to know, the important changes that are coming to this Visa program. And then we are going to talk at the end of the video about what I am doing with my CRO. And am I now bearish on CRO? Am I still bullish? And why do I think that they actually made these changes? So without further ado, let's just get right into the content. And here you can see right off the bat that we had a huge reduction of the actual cashback rewards, and they state here that cardholders with an active 6-month stake and anybody who staked before the 1st of May at 13 UTC, which is 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So basically, when this announcement was released, will continue to earn the CRO card rewards on spending at the current rate until your 180-day stake expires, and then after your 180-day stake expires, you will be subject to these new rates. So if you were already locked in for 180 days before this announcement, don't worry, you will continue to receive the same rewards until the end of the 180-day lockup period, and then you will be subject to these new rates. Now, what are these new rates? I mean, honestly, they're just horrendous, okay? So look here, on the Midnight Blue card, you're getting 0% cash back now. So really, I just think it's a little pointless to even get this card. You're not getting any cash back. On the Ruby Steel, you are going from 2% cash back down to 0.5% cash back. On the Royal Indigo and Jade Green, you are going from 3% cash back down to 1.5% cash back. On the Icy White and Frosted Rose Gold card, you were going from 5% cashback down to 3% cashback. And on the Obsidian Black, you are going from this 8% cashback all the way down to 5% cashback. And I wish I could say that this was the end of the changes, but it does get worse. So they're also introducing a monthly cap to the amount of rewards you can earn. So if you own a Ruby Steel card, your monthly CRO cashback rewards are capped at $25. So if you have earned more than $25 of cashback in a single month, that is where you will be cut off by Crypto.com. And for the Royal Indigo and Jade Green card, you are cut off at $50 in cashback per month. I mean, come on, you're dropping $4,000 American on this card, and they're cutting you off at $50 in cash back. I mean, to me, that's just a horrific change. And they did actually not include this cap for the Icy White and Frosted Rose Gold or the Obsidian card holders. Now, moving on to, in my opinion, the worst change that they made to this entire thing. I saw a lot of people talking about the cashback, but for me, the cut to the staking rewards is what absolutely killed my opinion on this Visa, and it did really cause me to shift gears on what I will be doing with my CRO. So CRO staking rewards will no longer be offered to Jade Green, Royal Indigo, Frosted Rose Gold, Icy White, and Obsidian cardholders. Now, once again, if you had an active 6-month stake before this announcement, you will continue receiving these rewards until the end of your 180-day staking period. So what were the old rates? On the Midnight Blue and Ruby Steel, you were getting 0% anyways. On the Royal Indigo and Jade Green, you were getting 10% cashback per annum. Sorry, not cashback, staking rewards. So for example, if you had locked up, let's say 10,000 CRO to lock up for this Visa, then you were getting back 1,000 CRO a year on this Visa. The Frosted Rose Gold and Icy White were netting you 12% per year down to 0%. And the Obsidian Black, same thing, from 12% down to 0%. So there were no more staking rewards on the Visa. And to me, this is the biggest nerf to this Visa overall. It is what really upset me the most personally. And I mean, listen, the changes themselves were pretty brief, but I think what's more important here is that we actually discuss what I have concluded from these changes and what I am doing with my CRO. So listen, I'm just going to start off by saying it right off the bat. I've already said it like 6 times, but I'll say it once more. These are horrible changes to the Visa program, and I am no longer relying on the Visa for a form of passive income from CRO. Now, short term, this will cause a lot of negative sentiment around CRO. As you know, if you've been on Twitter, I mean, my private messages were looking pretty ugly. The sentiment yesterday was really, really low on social media, and this was absolutely reflected in the price correction that we saw as CRO did correct like 15% in a matter of just a couple of hours based on the news. Now, number 3 here, and most importantly, long term, the only reason that I believe Crypto.com would do this is because they expect a huge inflow of customers onto their platform, specifically near the end of 2022. And the CEO has already stated in their previous changes that they need to make these changes for the sustainability of the platform. So I am not defending them whatsoever, but I am saying that they would not be making these changes unless they were absolutely necessary. And the reason that I think they are trying to get ahead of these changes is for 2 big reasons. Now, first of all, we know that they will be the exclusive cryptocurrency platform sponsor for the FIFA World Cup. They are going to be the only cryptocurrency platform being advertised at the World Cup, and I do think that this will cause a massive inflow of customers onto their platform. I definitely think they are preparing for this. And second of all, this is actually a quote right here from a Crypto.com research article, where at the beginning of 2022, global crypto owners was near 300 million, and it is predicted to hit 1 billion by the end of 2022. And with the aggressive advertisement that they are doing, you know that Crypto.com is trying to capitalize on getting the majority of this 1 billion onto their platform. So I understand that many people are really upset by this, and don't be mistaken, I am very upset by this too. I am not happy by these changes. This completely interrupted my plans, and it did really cause me to have to shift gears and re-strategize exactly what I am doing with my CRO. But I want us all to just like zoom out and think long term here from a business perspective, not from an emotional one. Would they rather piss off their customer base now or millions of new customers at a later date? And no, this does not excuse them screwing their existing loyal customer base. But again, do we really think that Crypto.com would do this if it was not necessary for the long-term sustainability of the platform? And last but not least, was a free 10 to 12% per annum and 3, 5, and 8% cash back on the respective card tiers really sustainable forever? I mean, we've spoken on the channel before, even when there have been previous changes, that one of the big benefits to being early to cryptocurrency is that you do get to enjoy some of these really juicy rewards as these exchanges are trying to really incentivize people to come onto their platforms. But overall, I mean, to keep these changes going forever, like getting a free 10 to 12% per annum for the rest of your life on a Visa, it almost just sounds too good to be true, and it almost is, guys. I mean, we just can't expect to really like keep these rates going forever, and this is one of the biggest rewards to being early to crypto, okay? So I personally am very happy for every single month that I did get to enjoy with this Visa, and you know, any of you who did get to enjoy the staking rewards on the Visa or this juicy cashback, I understand that it sucks to see it go, but really we should just be happy for the time that we did get to take advantage of these rewards. And don't forget that we still have one more month to do so. So if you have any shopping to do, I would suggest maybe trying to get a bunch of it done this month while these rewards are still in effect. But regardless, people forget all the negative sentiment that actually happened surrounding Crypto.com when they converted their native token from MCO, and then they tried to push the CRO token instead. And people were bearish. MCO sold off massively. Everyone said that this was the end of the platform, and CRO still managed to hit a new all-time high after that. In fact, I can guarantee that some people watching this video don't even know what I'm talking about right now when we talk about the switch from MCO to CRO as their native token. And that's my whole point here, is because they made this change early. A lot of customers did not know about this, and they only were introduced to the platform when it was CRO. So once again, I think they are doing the same sort of move here, where they are really just trying to get ahead of the massive inflow of customers that they do see coming into the platform, and they are trying to just make this change to the Visa now to upset the least amount of people as possible. So now that we've discussed all the negatives, and I mean, it's pretty much all negative. There's really the only positive I can take away from this is that they expect a big inflow of customers onto their platform. But once again, that does not help us as all the individual who is still getting screwed by these changes. So what we're going to focus on now are what are the next big growth prospects for Crypto.com/CRONOS coin that should drive more awareness and value to CRO, and more importantly, how are we going to continue to generate passive income from our CRO? We totally spelt this wrong, generating, but regardless, moving on. First of all, the Crypto.com NFT platform, I really believe that they're going to make a big push into GameFi, into the metaverse over the next year. We have made a video about this last week, and I will leave a link in the description down below, so you guys should definitely check that out if you have not. And I do think that their NFT platform plays a big role in this, and I am incredibly bullish on the future of GameFi and the metaverse, and I know as well from all of the research and all the moves that Crypto.com has been making behind the scenes that they are as well. So I do see GameFi as a huge growth driver for CRO and the CRONOS chain moving forward, which will inherently increase the value of our CRO coin. And furthermore, what we see here is that when these changes were made to the Crypto Earn platform on Saturday, the CEO, Chris Marzalek, literally tweeted, "Necessary as we are now at a substantial scale," and he called them out right here, saying, "For great yield opportunities, download the Crypto.com DeFi wallet and explore the CRONOS ecosystem." And I really don't think it's a coincidence that as the SEC really starts to clamp down on centralized exchanges, and that we see Crypto.com making all of these changes to their own centralized app, that the CEO himself is really trying to push users to take a good look at the DeFi wallet and the CRONOS ecosystem. So let's just take a look at them real quick. We can see here that the CRONOS chain started off on November 12th with 299 mil in total value locked. We did actually briefly pass this 4 billion mark, and we are now down to 2.95 billion given this pullback that we have seen recently. So pretty much a 25% pullback in the past month, as indicated by this chart here as well. But what we can see is that, listen, the CRONOS chain has only been out for like 5 months now, 5.5 months, and it is already in 9th place in terms of total value locked. It is already competing up here with the likes of chains like Polygon, Phantom, Tron, and Solana, which have been out for much longer than the CRONOS chain. Some of these chains have been out for 1 to 3 years, and the CRONOS chain has been out for 5 months. So for it to come this far, this quick, is very impressive, and I would expect this growth to continue moving forward, especially as we did just discuss how GameFi will play a big role in the CRONOS chain moving forward. So I'm keeping a very close eye on the CRONOS chain, and the game here is quite simple, guys. The more that the CRONOS chain moves up in these ranks, the more total value locked in the CRONOS chain, the better it does fare for CRONOS coin. And to put things into perspective here, even after this massive pullback from 4 billion in total value locked down to 2.95 billion in total value locked, we are still looking at give or take a 10x here in total value locked in a 5-month period. And that is nothing to laugh at, okay? And last but not least, and most importantly, in my opinion, is what are we going to be doing with our CRO to continue generating that passive income? And that is where the DeFi wallet comes into play. Now, we have discussed on the channel in multiple videos how formerly we were using a combination of the Visa and the DeFi wallet to actually make the most passive income from CRO. And now the formula has changed as we have cut half of it, okay? We have cut the Visa out of this formula, and now it is only the DeFi wallet. And listen, the Visa was offering 10% and 12% respectively on those higher tiers. The DeFi wallet is offering 12.23%. So to be quite honest, there is actually very minimal change when it comes to the passive income that we can still generate from this CRO. It is unfortunate to lose all of those additional benefits from the Visa, but it actually has not changed the passive income equation that much. And that is why we are not freaking out about this, because I do still see this as a very powerful tool to actually just make that compound interest and let that CRO stack up. So we will absolutely be working on a more in-depth video that really breaks down how we do plan to use the DeFi wallet moving forward. But listen, we just wanted to get this video out real quick to give you guys our thoughts on this, as a lot of community members are freaking out. I did get quite a few comments asking for my opinion on these changes. Am I selling all of my CRO? And the simple answer here is no, I am not selling all of my CRO. I am simply reshuffling it and moving it off of centralized exchanges, mainly the Crypto.com app, mainly unlocking it from the Crypto.com Visa, and rather opting to move it to the DeFi wallet to generate my passive income in this way instead. And we will make a more in-depth video breaking this down next week. But for those of you who are not comfortable with DeFi, now is the perfect time to hop in. We have talked about this in multiple videos, how over time the centralized exchanges are going to continue to nerf their rates and completely remove them, in my opinion, as the SEC continues to clamp down on them. And that is going to make DeFi more and more important as time goes on, as this is the only area of finance that the SEC has not gotten their slimy hands on yet, okay? So that is all we really have for this video, and I just want to once again wrap this up, because I did get a couple comments as well from people saying that I need to stop, pumping CRO and supporting such a corrupt company. Guys, listen, regardless of how much I like this project, as an investor, one thing I talk about on this channel all the time is removing your emotions from this equation. So no matter how much love I have for CRO itself and the ambition behind the project, I will never shy away from telling you straight up, these changes suck, okay? These changes suck, and short term, this will cause a lot of negative sentiment. But in the long term, honestly, I do not see this being the end of CRO like I'm seeing all over social media. CRO is doomed forever. I'm selling everything. I'm never coming back to this platform. That's not me, okay? I think that in the long term, this platform will do just fine. It doesn't change the fact that these changes were horrific, and I am not a fan whatsoever. But what we have simply done is sat down and figured out how we can switch gears to continue taking advantage of our CRO coin. So let me know what you did with your CRO. Did you sell? Are you holding? Are you keeping it in the Visa stake? Are you going to unstake it and move it to the DeFi wallet? Or are you just switching to a different crypto project or crypto platform altogether? I really want to know what you guys are thinking and get a better idea of how this community is feeling. But I just wanted to hop on here and give you guys my personal thoughts and opinions on the matter. So I hope you guys did enjoy the content in this video. We are going to come at you tomorrow with the CRONOS weekly market update, and there is a lot to talk about in that market update. There was, once again, this was a pretty negative week for CRONOS overall, but believe it or not, amongst all the bad news, there was some good news that did get overlooked, and as always, we are here to bring it all to you guys. So once again, I hope you did all enjoy. I hope you are all having an amazing start to your week. Happy Monday. Peace out for now.